Hey y'all, my name is Nina and I am the founder of NKZ Realms of Reality, and under that is my different branches of businesses. And this podcast is called let me rewind that. It's called Royalty Meets Realness. Now, I chose the name Royalty Meets Realness because I am royal, I am divine, and I am gracious, and I move with grace and class. And I chose realness because I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna be one of them people. I'm gonna edit my videos, don't get me wrong, but I'm not gonna be one of them people that is afraid to make mistakes, say the wrong stuff, all that. I'm not editing it out. Now, of course, video clips and all that, I'ma edit that out. But I'm me and I am authentic, so there's no need for me to change anything up for pleasing anybody that is not meant to love my authenticity. Now, this podcast is mostly just gonna be about me, and not just, when I say about me, I'm meaning like I'm gonna talk about my businesses. I'm gonna talk about what it's like being a mother and breastfeeding. I'm also gonna talk about like holistic help, like how to change your diet, like how did my diet work, what I specialize in, my school. Like, I'm doing so many things, and not only that, but I love to talk. So me having this podcast is going to allow me to not only educate and do what I love, which is to teach and learn, because not only am I making these videos to teach, but I'm also a student too. So if y'all have things that y'all want to tell me, or y'all want to educate me on, or anything like that, that don't mean that what I'm saying is wrong. But if you would like to add on to that, because what I speak on experience. So if I say that, yeah, this herb helped me do this, you can't tell me that it didn't help me do that. Now it's up to you to do your own due diligence and your own research to see if it will help you. But if it don't help you, you can't say that I'm credible for saying that it helps. I'm telling you that it helps me. So that is just a little disclaimer that anything that I say is not intended to cure, it's not intended to heal, or anything like that as a guarantee. Because what works for me may not work for you, and what works for you may not work for me. So this is my podcast, and in my podcast, I'm going to be talking about things that I have seen with experience. Don't come to me with something that I didn't have experience in and expect for me to give you an answer, because I'm not going to give you one. So yeah, with that being said, this is just my first little introduction, little information. I'm trying to keep it short, probably like 10 minutes tops, 15 at the most. But I'm trying to pack a lot into a little bit. So yeah, like I said, my name is Nina, business name is Shania. So if you ever see me reach out to you with my business name, it is Shania. That's when I'm signing contracts, when I'm making contracts, policies, all that is Shania. But I prefer if you call me Nina. Don't call me Shania if you're not doing no business, because me having the two different names help me distinct who is for what. If you call me Nina, that means we just regular consulting and all that, just talking, have regular conversations. But if you want to go by Shania, that means we doing strictly business, unless you're close family and you knew me as Shania first. But if you knew me as Nina first, don't think you can just call me Shania unless we doing business and we handling business and we money, all that is Nina to you. Anyways, I am certified herbalist. I am in the process of having my name switched over to a registered herbalist in the system. I'm in the process of that. Just gotta have the money for that. I'm in a transition, so I moved from one city to another, so I'm in the process of getting to work right now and getting all that. And I thought it was a fine time to go ahead and start one of my businesses, which is my podcast. So yeah, anywho, I do have a 2-year-old daughter. Some of y'all have known her name is Divinity, and she is the love of my life, and she is also divine, which is why her name is Divinity. And that's where also the royalty meets realness, because you will also see her in my videos too. And I'm not one of them people that's gonna stop doing what I gotta do because my daughter is in the video. She might walk past the screen, she might want to put her face up in the screen, she might want to say something to y'all too, and y'all better listen, because this not only just my podcast, but this hers too. So if she want to say she love you, then you need to be commenting back and saying you love her too. All right, now that we got that squared away, back to business. So yeah, I ain't gonna get into too deep about what my businesses is. That's gonna be its own specific videos, kind of like a commercial podcast type of thing, where I introduce the business. I talk a little bit about it, why I chose it, and how you can book with me, or how you can connect with me, network with me, you know. And if anybody out there, I have 5 years of experience in herbalism, so if anybody got more than that and they want to mentor me, I'm here to be a student, a mentee, all that, trainee, whatever you want to call it. I'm here for all the knowledge and all the experiences and everything. So I'm gonna just tell y'all the names of what I have, but I'm not gonna tell y'all the nitty-gritty of everything. So like I said, this is my first one. My first business is called Royalty Meets Realness. This is my podcast. Then not only that, I have my next one is Dynasty NKZ, which is my herbalist business. Then I have Empire NKZ, which is a business that I'm just now starting, but I have experience in it and I just want to turn into a business. It's my virtual assistant services. And then Crown Hole NKZ is my real estate, which is gonna be later down the line because I'm about to be going to school for that too. So I say I'm a student. And so I also wanted to show y'all that I am a master herbalist because I got my daughter's affidavit of immunization exemption and it's notarized. And so with me being a master herbalist, my daughter was a home birth and she is not vaccinated because her mother was in school to be a master herbalist. I'm her doctor, so I don't need nobody else telling me what my daughter needs. So you see that, master herbalist. So yes, and also just so you know I ain't flaking. Vaccination exemption, yes. So yeah, then I got my little businesses and all that, everything in order, what I'm gonna be talking about and all that. And then also, this ain't religious because I ain't religious, so don't come on here give me your religious views or none of that. But I do be studying the Bible, and there's a few things up in here that I be wanting to talk about, that I want to get people opinion on and all that. Like I said, I'm not no Christian, I'm not no atheist, I'm not none of that, so don't label me as none of that. You hearing it from the source, I ain't none of that. Now it's not your business to know what I am, but if you own my podcast and you listening to me, then you're listening to my perspective of how I perceive everything in my life. And what you're not going to do is try to change my perception of anything. So yes, I study the Bible, I do read the verses. I ain't gonna say I know the verses word for word verbatim, but I be studying. Got some highlights up in here, got some underlines. I just started, so it's not a lot up in here, but it is a few pages that got a lot of highlights up in there. So yeah, I'll be talking about some of this too, because this royalty meets realness, so we're gonna be real raw and authentic up in here. And ain't no gimmicks or nothing. This is just me. And like I said, I love to talk, and sometimes I just be sitting here doing nothing. I don't really like to watch TV, which is why this TV is here and it's not on. I don't really like to watch TV. I like to talk, and I don't always like to be on the phone. I don't always like to be on FaceTime, and I don't like always FaceTiming. I prefer to make videos, so if I'm gonna make a video, I might as well share it with the world. So here I am sharing me with the world. And like I said, it's kind of like me talking to y'all and y'all talking back. So if y'all got, like I said, if y'all got stuff that y'all want to tell me, or that you want to, you want me to speak on, like I will answer questions. Like that's also, because this podcast is not just gonna be like 5, 6, 7 videos and then that's it. Like no, this is an ongoing thing. I'm not even gonna tell y'all, I'm not even gonna try to tell y'all that I'm gonna do every single day, but I'm gonna post at least once a week, twice a week if I can, depending on what my schedule is looking like. But I'm really trying to take off with this. I guess it's called content creating, but I'm not really trying to be a influencer. I'm just sharing my lifestyle, and if you want to adapt it, you can. But whoever like to listen, because I know some of y'all know me from Herbs with Herbalista, and I know y'all wanted me to start back on that. That's gonna start back too, but like I said, I'm in a transition right now. So when I get like in a place to where I can start making my stuff again and getting like my French press again and all that, I had to get some of that stuff away. When I get all that back, then yeah, that's when I'll start back as Herbalista. But right now I'm just gonna do a lot of talking and like kind of vlogging, some of them too, depending on what's going on. Like if somebody need me to make them something for a consultation or whatever, then I might make a video and show y'all how I make that for people and how I channel their energy and to make it specifically tailored to them. But we're gonna get to that into another video. So yeah, this video is 10 minutes long. Like I said, I'm gonna try to keep it 10 to 15. So I'm gonna go ahead and start closing this out. Once again, my name is Nina. Don't call me Shania unless you looking to do business, and I ain't even did no business yet, so I shouldn't be hearing nobody call me Shania. That don't call me Shania. This is Royalty Meets Realness. This is my podcast, and we gonna have more videos. We gonna have fun. You don't even gotta get no snacks with me. You don't gotta get nothing, but if you choose to, then hey, we here for a good time and a long time, because we're immortal beings. Anywho, yeah, I really do look forward to talking to y'all again. And just a little preview of what my next video is gonna be about. It's gonna be about my first business, which is actually no, I ain't even gonna do that. My next video is gonna be how I got into the things that I'm doing. So the first video is gonna be how I got into doing herbalism, and that's what we're gonna talk about in the next episode. And then the next episode, I'll reveal what the next one after that is. So yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for connecting with me. And I will leave my socials in the description. I will leave my business email in the description, although I didn't talk too much about my businesses. If y'all have any questions that y'all want to email me, or anything, if y'all ever had like but if y'all ever dang, what's the words, if y'all ever booked with me and I had like a positive testimony on you or negative, I'm open to everything, because I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna act like everybody that comes to my life I'm sitting here healing them. No, who's meant to be healed is who's meant to be healed. All right now. But if y'all had experiences with me and my business of herbalism, then send me an email on that too, and I'll read it out loud. I'll read it to everybody. And I know there's a few people that I did help for sure. So if you're watching this video and you want to share your testimony, you can share a video, and I'll add the clip in, or you can send an email and I'll read it, and I'll leave my business email in the description too. With that being said, again, because I know, like I said, I like to talk and I talk a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. I love y'all. Peace and love and harmony. And I'm sending good energy out to everybody, because we all need it. Like, I know it's a lot of retrogrades, full moons, all that, shaking this world up. Everybody's world being shaken up. So I'm sending love. I'm sending positive vibes. I'm sending positive energy, tranquility, serenity, everything that elevates your life for the better. I know everybody's going through something, but just know, just breathing is a elevation within itself. And peace.